We're going. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I hope you had a fantastic Christmas. And New Year.
Christmas and New Year. Of course you did. It's nearly summer now. We're 4 floors up, but we're going to take you up to the very, very top.
This is, I think the last time that we were doing Tory stuff, we were here. We were nearly at the top. But
that's a while back. Come on,
yeah. But if you move to the left a little while, we have extended our sort of wall of art, courtesy of gorgeous sort of little ones, artists. I mean, this one here is just scary. How beautiful and realistic that is of Dorothy.
There are going to be more. There's some more to be hung up. They're all over the place. But we're going upstairs, girl.
We're going
upstairs. I'll let you go first. Right, come on. Sash is on camera. Come on, Sash. Let's go. We're going upstairs because people haven't really seen this next room. This is the game. Come on, Sash. Stick with us, kid. You've seen it on telly. You haven't really had a look around it. Come this way. Oh, you're going to do it this way first.
Oh, I don't know.
Right. Mind the step.
Okay.
The children are that little bit older, which means that they have a different requirement. It's not a playroom; it's a games
room. And actually, we've quite enjoyed it as well. And for instance, when James popped over, they're like straight away, it's not the playroom anymore. But when Stella and the little children were over, it was interesting that they're at that age, they can go easily into their playroom. They love being in their games room, but the games room, it's with adults. They don't like kids being in here.
The playroom downstairs opposite the salon was always right, because that meant that the children were beside the adults and supervision, and it was very close.
Exactly.
And they could be by themselves, we were just around the corner.
Yeah.
That worked. Now, this is 5 floors up, and the idea of the children being up here by themselves still makes you twitch. We haven't got the camera up here sort of monitoring it all yet.
That will come. There'll be a little intercom at some point.
Right, what I would like to do, Sash, come with us. Look, mind the step. There's a step here that we're aware of. You don't see it all the time. This room here was never really been shown. In you go, Ange. In fact, Sash, you go in. Sash is going in and looking up.
It's changing. It's changing already.
Sash is going in. This is different from the last time I saw it.
Over Christmas, Dorothy took it over with her dollies, which is sort of quite a lovely thing to do.
You need to look up, Sash. Look up so we can see. Can you see up there? Oh. That is, it's pretty phenomenal. That's the engineering in the tower, the top of the tower. And what we have here is we've got somewhere that actually was just pigeon poopage. That's all we ever was in here, because it was. It
was so grim. I actually remember when you'd done some. Done some work in here, and you came down, and we had to get you straight in the shower. It was that bad. And here we've got Stella and Simon, Annie from Aussie, and we can see you soon, sent to Dorothy, and she loves them. And they've got a turret here at the moment. I'm quite sure this is quite indulgent.
This is completely different from the last time I saw it, because what we got going on here is Dorothy has taken over the tower.
She has.
Yeah. And, maybe I'll have to change those windows at some stage so they're the proper glass, because they're just little perspex things we put in there to stop the wind. But this has now become something quite serious.
It was but it is lovely. But I think the reason that this can't be too much is because of these beams, and you have to.
Angela can just about stand up in here.
Well, I can't. So and I'm obviously quite short. So if I can't stand up in here, no one can. Although right now Dorothy can. So I think this is fine for her to sort of have her dolls in.
Yeah, so this is the tower, which is.
Careful.
But it's a nice little place. I thought that was going to be for playing various games in.
It will be, Dick, in times to come. And this was what was very interesting was we spent quite a bit of time on this beautiful side saddle, and interestingly, in the early days, somebody had seen it on Skate to Chateau, and they offered us a few €1,000 for it. And these were really early days when we were beyond hand to mouth, and it was quite a lot of money, and we sort of said, look, we just can't get rid of that. And that was before Dorothy was into sort of horse riding, and I'm glad we didn't, and we spent a lot of time sort of polishing it, and we never quite found the right stand for it. We run out of time. But this is a proper sort of horsey stand. However, not many people in the world have side saddles. It's not really a thing. Ladies don't sort of ride on the side anymore. So
Ride on the side.
Ride on the side.
The elegant way.
The elegant way. But we will decide what Dorothy wants to do with it when she gets a bit older, and then we'll work it out.
This room is going to evolve over time. The train set works, and Angela says, but it just doesn't go round and round. What happens? You have to play with it, and you plug it in, and you adjust it, and they can move things around. The train set has got a lot more bits to be played with. But one of the first things that we did, and you didn't see on the television, I had to explain that electricity comes between the central track and the outside track. And so what you have to do is you have to check and see you've got electricity every time you go past a joint, because if your train stops, it usually means there's no juice coming to it. So Arthur and Dorothy in their workshops were actually playing and doing things with that. Yeah. I loved it. All of a sudden Arthur was understanding electricity and the way things were. Oh. And then immediately afterwards they started building things with batteries, switches, motors, wheels, gears, and we lost them over there. And never mind all the rest of the work that went into this place, they were in their workshops playing, weren't they? Building.
Actually, that is, I mean, they love their, what are these called? The air hockey. And they love it when there's other people, but I think where the value has been, those workbenches that were taken from the doors from here have been right now priceless, because they absolutely love having their workbench. And whereas once upon, hold on, I just want to show this table though, because we got it down the road in Chateau, and it sort of was a second Le Bon Coin, which is it's kind of like your Gumtree equivalent in the UK, and it was just a table that got put in it, but we picked it up second hand, and it's just so fantastic. Hold on, it's got so many drawers. This wonderful chair. Hold on. Is this one that opens? No, that one doesn't. But look, all lovely and lined. This one isn't lined. We got more here.
Oh. Woohoo! That's where this is hidden, so you can play for the chess. In fact, we picked up a chess set on Wednesday at Le Bon Coin. Where's that?
Huh?
The chess. We picked up a chess set with knights and armour and things. Because we play chess as a family, and we're playing. Yeah. And it's quite good now. I'm still beating the children, but not for long.
Yeah, you are. Their minds. What I love is because often we talk about like life can be a little bit like a game of chess, can't it? Mm-hmm. And the kids really sort of like understanding that someone might make a couple of moves before you. But I didn't. The reason that I love this table so much is that I genuinely didn't know that games tables existed until you were looking for one and you found it. And I just think it's fantastic because it's such a neat little table, and if that's the sort of thing your family loves doing, it's fantastic.
It works. And we've got over here, we've got lots of games. Where's my game?
It's on here.
Sasha, where is it? No,
it's definitely
no. Where's my game? It was here.
It was here.
It was here.
100%.
Yes, this is the noise, Sasha. It's all right, Sasha. It's up with obviously it's up here with the train tracks. You see, this is a game I invented, which is we do play, and I've never been beaten at it because obviously I made the game up. So that's a good starting point. All this is yet to be done. There's more toy. It's a matter of doing it, and we're growing into this place. This is crafting. This is fun. But I think you got to go through to the workshop. Come on, let's go through and show. Mind the step. Crash. Look, this. Right. Gender stereotyping and your kids and all the rest of the stuff. Boys, girls. That's not what we do. Everybody does everything, but. The first time Arthur and Dorothy started to make something in here, somehow Arthur had pointy bits in his, and Dorothy, the first thing she did with the glue gun was put beads on it. Okay, and so they went that.
This is the first thing that Dorothy made, wasn't it? Like a little box of, and that just really.
And that says a lot about planning, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The fact that if she'd moved it to left, the whole world would have got in.
I just think it was gorgeous, and the
it's quite tidy actually.
Glue guns. I did not tidy it before we came up here.
Okay. A liar, pants on fire. But it's interesting because things like, Arthur's had to use this to work out what's going on. And look, oh yeah, this is one of the first things he made. Once it's still working.
Yeah.
You see, a little motor, a switch, and things. And this is the driving. But he did cars.
Yeah, well, Dorothy made a fan, and she loves it so much that it's actually in her bedroom, sort of like on her shelves.
gone down, has it?
She's very, very, very proud of it. And they don't use the swords or the staple guns without someone being here. And I'm quite happy about that at the moment.
The bit that didn't really come across when we first introduced them, the children just got into doing things. Mummy's bum twitched, I think is a fair comment, because they were just doing stuff with the, they were sawing bits of wood in the vise and doing things, and and they were cutting things and they were screwing it and doing it. And do you know something? They loved it. I think Arthur might have got a bit too close to the glue gun at one stage. I seem to remember he learned that one end's hot.
No, do you know actually what happened? He was very, very good because I gave him a little lesson. But just Arthur and his sort of like sense of space, he actually was doing something and didn't realise that actually the end of the glue gun. But that was after.
This one? The children, it's very important. Look, come down here. Oh, they go this way. Look, see the numbers? This is a yard long. See, it's a yard long to there. And you turn it over and it's a metre. Now this is a very, very dear present.
So the story is that it was used to measure Princess Di's material for her wedding dress. And to be honest, I don't think, obviously Dorothy doesn't really know probably much about Princess Di, although I'm sure she's seen lots of things with, I mean, I've got a spoon with her in our room with her on, but she won't know the importance of that. And that's why we often talk about making sure you capture memories and reasons of things, otherwise they just become objects to people, and then you give them a story and all of a sudden they get a life.
Yeah, this is new. This is new since the last time I've been here.
Well, we took the windshield things down.
There's some pulley stuff around the place. The children have pulleys and stuff to attach things on the place. Yeah. But I actually needed them.
Yeah, you needed them, didn't you? But I actually, this didn't make the television. This was one from the Baglioni when we were clearing out that we found just in the attics. How lovely is that?
Lovely. It's not our house, is it?
No, it might have been one of the other chateaus that the Baglioni's had.
This room is a games room. It's not the same as a children's playroom. It's a games room, but it's got more utility to it. And the thing I like about this is ageless. I could come up here and play quite happily, without a shadow of doubt. In fact, anybody I know would be quite happy coming up here and having a play and doing things. Yeah. There's role-playing games to be painted. There's lots and lots of games. But basically, the kids will amuse themselves up here when they're allowed to come up by themselves, which is not yet, because they still have to be supervised, don't they, Danny?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, completely. But you know, Arthur's 10 in a couple of weeks' time, and you know, 10. I'm sure at 10, I don't know if I can't remember. I'm sure I must have had some more responsibility, but the house is so big. You know, if something happens in our house when we were growing up, if I hurt myself and I said, Mum, she'd always be there because we just had 2 floors. And I think just because this is so
Mom! Still won't hear you here, you see, because nobody hears you screaming in the chateau. At the age of 10, I was going out and going to derelict piers down in Bangor, County Down, where you weren't allowed to go, and fishing off the end of them by myself. When in amongst all that, you don't even want to know.
Oh my gosh! Well, that truly was a different era.
Right, now we're going to go upstairs.
You know what it's like. You've seen different parts of the chateau and the attic over the years, and as we've done more rooms and we've got organised, everything has migrated up or it's gone out to the outbuildings. There's so much stuff that had to get cleared out of here, and there were so many treasures that we hadn't gone through. So this is work in progress still, except for my chest.
Work in progress. The progress is nearly done. Off you go, girl.
It's nearly done.
Are we going up or are you going down?
No, I think we
Come on, Sash, follow.
I think we should have a quick update of sort of like what's going on here, because we haven't been here for a while. So this is your pride and joy, darling.
Yeah. No, this is the booster tank for the water challenger. It's a Chalon booster, but brilliant. Got a new pump on it there because it had a new silent pump that's come through, which isn't exactly silent but great. Hot water, everything's, that's all the ticky bit. It still works a treat, all right? So I'm loving that, okay? You don't have to know about that unless you want to know about that, and it is quite special.
Quite warm.
Moving on.
Moving on, mine is there.
This room is surprisingly tidy. Surprising. This is the attic-y part of the attic. And we have all sorts of things in there. There's boxes of uniform, there's bits from motorbikes. I got motorbike helmets up here. We've got children's clothing. We've got stuff that's being stored, vintage party tea books. Yeah, some of the books are out of, you can't get your hands on. We've got
Yeah.
some spares of
We've
them.
got the original. Margaret gave me. Do you remember this down in where's the flower market? Columbia Flower Road, and she gave me this.
Columbia Road Flower Market.
Yeah, and it's sort of, we actually get it out for the weddings for the little babies. So as well as all the kids' clothes, we've got the original wardrobes that the Baglioni sort of stored their clothes in, and we saw some bits and pieces in here, don't we?
Lots of clothes tucked away. Lots
Stuff
of spare
that
stuff.
either seasonal or
Yeah,
stuff
what
that
about
doesn't quite
jackets,
fit us
extra clothes?
anymore.
Yeah, or things that are not in use. This is categorically older than you. One of my original Barbers. Yeah.
I bet it smells like that too.
That just sums a lot, doesn't it? Oh, do you look at the window over there? See the window? That's the one that Ian climbed out of, didn't he? To go and do the.
I never ever got my head around that.
He went out that hole. That's how it went out. Oh, look, the ladder. The original ladders are there just below it. You see the ladders? Yeah, these ladders are what people go and risk life and limb with. Out the windows.
What a difference having this insulated, because it's quite a chilly day today, but you don't feel that it's chilly. You don't.
It's not just the insulation. What we've done, remember where we've come to, the tower, everything has actually been, everything's been felted and reslated and then insulated on the inside. So we haven't got drafts coming through, but we've also, this whole place, you can't see out of the top. The whole thing, could just go back to our start of our journey. This is a huge way forward, and it's properly an attic now, but this is only the end part. This is the furthest bit away from the house, because you've still you've got your room, the trezor and things. And I think if you look along here, look over here, Sash, see this bit here, look over here, we still haven't explored those boxes. You see, I don't even know what that is. That looks like a container for something. We'll look at that eventually. Oh look, that's a lampshade.
Yeah.
Right, come on, let's go upstairs.
But just a very important point, that basket is full of clothes, and I initially didn't want to look for it because of spiders, but actually I don't want to look for everything, because it's once I've looked for everything, we've looked for everything, and I still quite like the idea that there'll be treasure in there.
And there could be. Right, come on, let's get ourselves upstairs, darling. Go.
Okay, but lots of beds and pieces, and all of our, this is Christmas over here, which gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
Right, we're going up to the top.
No, I think we have to just point our head in here, because this is the room that I'm planning to take over with my second part of the trezor. One day. It's going to take.
This all has to go in next door.
It's going to take a lot of organising, and I have to be completely integral to that. So it's not going to, if I'm honest, probably happen this year, but it will happen. And just to put our head in, because we are doing attic. Now, many of you have seen this before. I mean, we did a whole tour up here. This is the my trezor, which I love, and I haven't been up here much this year. So we've got our Pelly case for the Australia, which is the going to put the bingo machine in. We're taking that on the road. And you love the idea of lots of old-fashioned sort of stickers being on there, don't you?
Really we've got some steamship trunks from my grandfather, and it's got stickers on it. Come on, go. Let's go up the stairs we go. And we're in the observatory.
Maybe we just don't spend enough time in here, do we? And I'm going to make you a little gin tea.
Right.
Hi.
Yes, you get the gin tea and go. Sash, look over there, because that's really important. That's really important. After all the lockdown period, we couldn't get rid of Arthur's box fort. And if you look at all the boxes, it's like all these things. You buy children really good prezzies and they love the boxes. And I think from my perspective that sums up life in a lot of ways.
Chateau gin. Do you know, I've always felt my spiritual place is behind a bar serving. So, and we have not spent enough time up here. Oh, my hand feels a bit weak today, baby. Sorry. Don't know why. Oh, it's just so strong.
Behave yourself.
Huh?
Come look out the window, Sash. Come on, the sun's shining. The sun is shining. It's ridiculous. Well, look. I'm going to let you look at this one because I know the sun's on that side. It's probably easier to look at it. We're just going. Come on, Sash. I'll let you get past me there, darling. Have a little look and just sort of see. We're up in the gods. Jack and Isabel over there, Veronique and Olivia are over there. They're quite a long distance away. They're Baglioni's. This is the whole sort of area at the back of the moat over towards the River Mayenne. That's a very nice looking roof, isn't it, eh? Look at that roof. It's all nicely done. There's no leaks in that one. Yeah. So all in all, you see, and look at the other side. It takes it in the other direction. We are very biased, but oh look, the cormorants. Look over there. See the blackbirds? Can you see them?
No.
They're coming to try and eat it'll be just in the middle of the shot, going over that way against the skyline now. Yeah. Okay. Well, those blackbirds are cormorants trying to eat our fish. Little monkeys, but we got lots of fish, so it's not so bad. Can you come? Hold on, darling. I'm going to shut this. Come down. Well, that's for Pappy Steve over on that side.
I think we should go to the end. Good health. Good health. We're going to give you another good health in a moment. This was going to be...
Not too heavy in the tonic, good.
This was going to be...
Well done, Sash. Sash avoided the beams. Look, you see? Beams everywhere.
The attic which you just saw. And for me, you know, that would have been a travesty because this room had to be celebrated. I mean, this is the top of the house, and Dick always jokes with me that is the bit that's holding the whole chateau together, right in the middle here.
This piece of wood here is holding up the roof. It's a bit of a worry.
That truly scares the heebie-jeebies out of me. But there was something in the show that never really got discussed, and that was that we sort of created a bit of like a schooling area for the children, and they have loved it, and they've got their own sort of storage areas. Over the years, the kids are going to be putting in special things to them and memories and school books and everything, so they will have
things
their
that they've
own
collected, little things that they love.
They love.
Oh, look at that. That's a fossilised toothy thing. Yeah, it's BC. That's what it's about.
But it's great because otherwise, you know, and what I've been trying to do is write like little stories, or someone sent them something. I'll write who they are and when it happened, and you know, so everything has some context, because I think that is important. And you know, once we get a little bit more kind of balance in our life, we'll be up here a little bit more, because it's a very special place.
It's interesting because you can almost see the children being downstairs in their games room.
Yes.
There's no reason why you wouldn't come up here to chill. Join me in the bar, darling.
Yeah.
Join me in the bar. Right. Don't show people all the bottles. That's not a bad sign. You have been with us on a lot of journeys, anybody watching this, and I think that's something that we're very aware of. You get a feel for what happens behind the scene. I think you probably get to know Angela and I quite well at this stage.
I feel quite...
No, but here we are. This is the last of our little observations. Let's put that in the observations in the observatoire. But you know, we're not disappearing off the face of the earth. There'll be more things happening in our world that we'll share.
Absolutely. And you know, Ask the Strawbridges, just email us. You've got our normal email address. It's been lovely. You know, if you are watching this, you have just been with us properly the whole way.
Welcome.
I wasn't ready then. Hold on.
I asked her if she's ready. Right, we're live anyway, so you've got a choice. Anything that happens. We're going for it. You're so welcome, and thank you very much for joining us.
To the salon.
Yes.
That's quite exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, to the salon.
And you've just given us your utmost sort of love and support, and we really, really cherish that.
And actually, if you've been with us all the way, what's that noise? You should know it's the pump for the booster to make sure the water pressure is okay throughout the chateau. Now, if you don't know that, you haven't been following the techie bits. And funny enough, some people don't follow the technical bits that have taken place.
It actually is like a date, but I can tell that you're not really relaxed because you're not in your comfort zone at all up here.
But I can be, because if you look here, if you open the
no,
door,
there's
a thermal store out here.
Outside.
There's a thermal store and a booster. I can talk about that for the next 40 minutes very easily. This isn't even part of the chateau. This is outside.
Hello. One hand at a time. I'm holding on.
You are holding on, because we've come to talk about the walled garden, and what better way to do that than coming up here and starting by looking down. How wonderful is that? Right, and if you think about the what we have done and where we've been, and you've been with us over this last period of time, what's happened? We've brought the chateau back to life, correct?
Yes.
And every room. Remember our priorities? What was our first priority?
Comfort, safety, comfort.
Yeah, but then for year one,
Business. Yeah.
we had to pay for things. We had to make money the first
Just
year one.
making some money.
Yeah, and the honeymoon
Basic
suite.
things, Yeah.
Yeah, and what I did with the honeymoon suite had to be done so we could get somebody in. Then we had our first food lovers weekends. Yeah,
Gosh,
and we had our first wedding, and all of those things that meant that we've grown and grown and grown. And you know, when we look at this, and if you look at the walled garden, we didn't touch it for a couple of years. We did go in a little bit on year 2 because we didn't have enough money to spend on the chateau.
Yeah, that's that's very true. And then we've loved being in there during lockdown. It was the perfect sort of place to be.
I love the fact that you are not actually scared of anything out there anymore. When you first came, you go out with your lashes on and your nails in the garden, but now you and Arthur and Dorothy get stuck into it all. There's nothing that scares you.
Yeah.
And you even understand it, don't you? Angela is actually now a closet gardener. You have been worked out on Sunday. When we have some time with the kids on a Sunday, we'll be out here and you will potter in the garden.
Yeah.
Go, come out. We're listening to you.
I have really enjoyed pottering in the garden. I do things without
My job here is done.
Without being told.
You take a girl from the East End of London. You take off her stilettos and her high heels,
No.
get rid of the old suspender belt, and you make her wear boots and work in the garden. That's what you do.
I am definitely a hybrid now. I understand, Columbia Flower Market or going down to Victoria Park was my world of nature, and and I loved it. And I see things.
For that context, Columbia Farm Market is a street in London with flowers for sale. Victoria Park is an area that's had even before you get up in the morning, there's been 30,000 people walk around. There's not much grass and things left. It's a nice little green area but it's not the country. Now you understand the country.
I do understand it, and I would have been terrified had I not sort of done it with someone who understood it.
And the outside is there, and that's something that we haven't really even walked around a great deal in showing people, but that continues to go from strength to strength. And the chateau, the outside, our whole area, I think we've managed to get to the place where you've been with us, and we're in quite a nice place now. There you go, girl.
Here we go. Oh.
Yes,
I love you.
I love you too. Yeah, she's a bloody tinker. She is a tinker, a complete and utter tinker. Yeah,
as are you.
Yeah,
and I love our garden. And I hope to spend some time with you.
Forget the garden. The garden's outside. The whole thing is, it doesn't matter. The garden, the house, it's just a home, and that's the key thing that I think comes. And you've been with us, and you can see we're actually in our home now. And thank you for being here with us.
Our forever home.
Oh yeah, believe that, because I'm not moving. They're going to plant me.
We are, but
Take
not
care.
for another 30 years.